Well, hello there. I missed you guys last week. This is a busy season for all of you who are educators, and I'm just trying to keep up with it all. But I had to get back this morning and just say hello. I want to come in today and check in with you guys. I want to talk about other people's opinions and how they can kill our dreams. When I was growing up, I found myself as a peacemaker. I had the need to try to make things better, try to make things calmer, try to make things right, whether it was at school or in the neighborhood. I remember some boys, we moved into a neighborhood. We were the first Black family there. And some of the boys in the neighborhood, they weren't happy about that. And so they began to bully my brother and just make his life miserable. And just one day I was just like, I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. And I basically, beat these boys up. They didn't know. I was a tomboy, so, I handled it. I'm sure my brother wasn't too happy about that. On the one hand, that his sister had to come and rescue him. But it was just in my soul to right things that were wrong. And I was willing to do it at the expense sometimes of my very self. And so when things were out of order, when things were chaotic, I was always trying to fix them. I was trying to make them right. If I needed to be something different, if I needed to do something different, I was willing to do that because for me, the peace was more important. And so I created a bad habit of thinking about what other people needed, wanted, at the expense of myself. To the point that one day someone asked me something, what do you like? Or if somebody gave you, $1 million, what would you do? And for the first time I realized I had not a clue, because I had lived so much of my life worrying about other people's opinions, other people's thoughts, that I did not know what I really wanted. And that is a problem when you're trying to raise children. When you're trying to raise children, when you've been given a mandate, when God has told you to do something, but you're worried, good morning, Nicole, but you're worried about what other people think, it can be disastrous. And for me, it came to a head the day that we were told we needed to homeschool. And homeschooling is just something that some parents do. It's taking care of, taking the responsibility of education to another level, because truly as parents, we're all responsible for our children's education, and we send them off to this school or that school. We make those decisions. But we decided that we were going to work with them at home. And boy, when the word got out on that one, because this is back in the 80s, guys. This is back when a few years earlier, people would go to jail for putting their kids in and doing the homeschool thing. Good morning, Dolores. And so the idea of homeschooling for many people was like, what are you doing? They've never heard of it. Here we are. That's something that other people do. Black people don't homeschool. And there was just all of these opposing voices to what we felt God was telling us to do. And so we had some thinking to do. I had to give up my good government job to be able to do it. There was just some major kinds of shifts that had to occur. And so I'm shivering in my boots. What do I do? The people around me are saying, this is not good. But I believe God is saying, do it. And that was the moment when I began to understand that other people's opinions can kill your dreams. They can kill the will of God in your life, because they can cause us to turn our eyes from God and what He's telling us to do and turn them towards what people are saying. And so it took a lot of courage for us to say, well, this is our understanding of what God is saying, and we're going to move out. And we stepped out and began on this homeschool journey. And I will tell you that it was one of the best things we could have done for our family. It drew us closer together as a family. It helped us to disciple our children because we're spending time with them. It helped us to know who our children really were. I learned a lot about myself. I thought that, we were doing this for the kids. And I found out, there's a lot of things I didn't know about Anita that I needed to learn. Just think, excuse me, if I had listened to the people, to the voices, and not listened to God, what would I have missed? What would my children have missed? And I can tell you, now that we're all done, we homeschooled for like 20 years. Our children benefited from it in so many ways. We see the fruit of it. We're actually able to see it. And we're so thankful for having been able to push through other people's opinions and do what God told us to do. And so I want to encourage you this morning, today, this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're watching this, if there's something that God has put on your heart, it might seem crazy. It might seem like, you don't know what in the world you're doing. If you know that God told you to do it, if he dropped a dream into your heart, hold on. Hold on to that dream. Hold on to it and do exactly what he told you to do. And I promise you, you will be blessed. I'm not going to be on long today, but don't let anybody kill your dream. Don't let anybody have you pull away from what God told you to do. Decide that you're going to hold on to what he said, and I promise you will have a bright and great outcome. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day. Love you.